Okay, so we're going to talk about the triangle inequality theorem and how it works, as well as finding the range for the possible values of the third side. So the triangle inequality theorem is going to state that the sum of the lengths of the two smallest sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side. So if we're looking at a triangle, and possibly they give us um, some numbers for the possible lengths, we're going to be deciding whether or not these are going to be triangles or not based off of that theorem. So here we're going to decide whether or not the lengths could be that of a side of a triangle. And if so, we're going to classify them. So here we're looking and we're going to say the two smallest lengths that we see here are 5 and 5. So if I take 5 and I add it to 5, I'm going to get 10. Okay, which is indeed greater than 8. So this is going to be a triangle. And then we're going to classify this. I have two sides that are the same, so it's going to be an isosceles triangle here. Now, my board, as you can see, is clearly not working the greatest, so I'm not going to write that out, but on your paper, please write out isosceles. Okay. Here's our second one, right? Here, all of the sides are the same, so if we take 17 and 17 and we add it together, we get 34, which is indeed greater than 17. Okay, it is definitely greater than 17. So if it's greater than 17, then we have a triangle, and this would be an equilateral triangle because all of the sides add up, or all of the sides are equal. Okay, here's our next example. We've got 6, 8, and 10. So the smallest are 6 and 8. They will not always be in this order, so please make sure you check. So if we do 6 plus 8, gives us 14, which is greater than 10. So this is indeed a triangle. All the sides are different, so it would be scalene. Okay, here we've got 18 and 13, which are smaller than 37. So 18 plus 13 gives us 31, which is less than 37. So our answer here would be no triangle, because we can't have one because the side is smaller. We will also not have a triangle when the sides equal the third side. Okay, so we've got 5 and 8 here. As a practice problem, so I want you to see what you think this will be. So pause the video here, give it your best effort, and then see what the answer is. So this one would indeed be a no triangle. Okay, so if we're talking about the range of the third side now, right, the range of the third side is going to be given by the lengths of two sides of a triangle. Find the third side. So when we're trying to find this third side or the possible value for this third side, x is going to be between two things. So it's going to be between two numbers. And we know what two numbers it's going to be between because it's going to be between the max and the minimum. So if we go back here, it's going to be between the minimum number here and the maximum number we get. Okay, so the way we find what that min and max is we're going to find the absolute value of a minus b, or in my case, I always would suggest putting the biggest number minus the small number. But it's going to be a minus b. We put this in absolute value bar because it's always going to be a positive number. Okay, a minus b. Because remember, side lengths of triangles cannot be negative. So to find the maximum value, we're just going to do a plus b, which you can see in your little charts there below. Okay, so to find the range of this third side, we're going to take the two values that are given to us. We're going to subtract them. And x goes in the middle. And we're going to add them. So 6 minus 2 gives us 4. And 6 plus 2 gives us 8. So any of the possible ranges for this triangle would be between the numbers 4 and 8. It is not including the numbers 4 and 8. It is between the numbers 4 and 8. So that could be 5, 6, or 7. It could be 5.8, 6.8, 4.5, right? It's just not including the numbers 4 and 8. It is everything in between them. All right, so here we've got 13 and 16. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take 16 and we're going to subtract 13. And x is in the middle. And we're going to take 16 and we're going to add 13 to it. Right? This is simple arithmetic, but it's a really common thing for kids to forget. So 16 minus 13 gives us 3. So x has got to be greater than 3. And it's got to be less than 16 plus 13, which is 29. So it's got to be any number between 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, or 28. It will not be 3. It will not be 29. Okay? We're going to try one more together, and the other 3 I want you to do on your own. Okay? So the third example here, again, we're going to take 27. We're going to subtract 22 because 27 is bigger than 22. And then we're going to add the 2 pieces together. So we're going to have 5. So it's got to be greater than 5. And it's got to be less than 49. Okay? I want you to try the rest of those there on your own and see how it goes. And if you have questions, please talk to me in class.